All right, a very interesting story here. A viral debate that's now sparked off over equality versus social norms. It started with a simple metro ride, now turned into a debate on social media. A 21-year-old boy, after a mentally and physically challenging and draining day of work, finally manages to grab a seat during his 40-minute commute on a metro. Soon after he sat down, he was asked to stand up and give up his seat for another woman. Not for an elderly person, not for a woman who was pregnant, but seemingly a healthy woman in her 30s. Importantly, he wasn't even sitting on the seat that was reserved for women, but yet chivalry was expected from him. The young man later took to social media out of frustration, expressing how, as a man, he felt pressurized to give up his seat, not by rule, all by social expectation. And this has triggered a huge debate. Of course, a conversation that usually happens in our own homes has now panned out across social media platforms, where questions being asked: if women are fighting for equality and saying that they are no less than men, then why do we still expect such gestures from men? But then, well, there's also the other side. Men are being trained largely to be chivalrous, to be good, have good manners, open the door for women, pull the chairs for women, stand up when a woman comes, be chivalrous, right? And it's not just for just women within your family, just any woman. That's what good manners is said to be for a man. So was this young man wrong to question this practice altogether? Or if we want equality, does that also mean we need to revisit such social norms? A very interesting chat let's have with Brinda Adige. I'm trusting her to give us some insights into how we can change this and what expectations to really have realistically. Also Barka Trehan, who's an equal rights activist. Brinda, quick word from you on that. How would you look at this case?
I'm appalled. I think it is not right that if you are fit and just because you're a woman, you expect that seat to be given to you, especially when it is not a reserved seat. So I'm not going to get into this whole gender equality bit of it, because that's a whole different ball game. But here we are talking about equality in that bus or in that metro, and you are not pregnant, you are not carrying a child, you are not differently abled, you are not ailing or falling or fainting, then you have no right to demand that seat from another man.
Right? I totally reckon with what you said. Barka, a word from you. If where do you draw the line between chivalry and just being selfish sometimes?
See, women
I
demand
don't even know
equality.
if we can call this
but
selfish of that boy. I mean, he didn't want to give up his seat. Is that being selfish?
No, that was
See, first of
arrogance
all,
on her part.
am I?
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
I
Go
to
on,
say?
go on, Barka.
It's my turn, I guess. Hello.
Go on,
Yeah,
Barka. We can hear you.
women. Yeah, women demand equality, but cling to privileges like free seats, special treatment, and observe all this every day. See, I hear cases. I usually, whenever I'm traveling in metro, I have been seeing this so many times, and boys are forced to get up from their seats. True equality doesn't mean this. And I've always spoken that this shouldn't be the case and forced chivalry. Why? Why should a young boy or even a middle-aged man, why do we expect him to stand up and give away the seat? There's already there's a one reserved coach. I am against that as well. Why should we, when women only talk about equality, then why do we have a reserved coach? Then we have in every metro, we have a seat, two seats for women. Why again? Here also, everywhere reservation. Why we need special privileges? The ones who talk about equality, only they need special privileges. High time. We are living in the 21st
But they
century.
also say,
High time.
Barka, that women have their days in the month. Women, sometimes it's
So what?
maybe nice to give up a seat for a woman. A quick word, Brinda, on that, on what Barka said.
Yes. While we want to talk about equality, let's not forget equity. And we are far away from equality. And we are not talking about, giving the seat, not giving the seat. All that I still disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether he was 20 years old or he was 40 years old, or for that matter, even 18 years old. It doesn't matter. The fact here is just because I'm a woman, I must not demand, force, and take away that person's seat because I really don't know what status that person has come in. And I do not have that right. Then we look at equity. We are asking for reservations. We are asking for affirmative action in many places because of the patriarchy that we continue to handle on a daily basis and torture, and probably all of us suffer also. Here, in this particular case, I disagree that the person is asking for that seat or even force the person. And everybody on the video, we also saw a lot of people making his life miserable. That is unacceptable. There are reserved seats for women in public transport, and that's it. Any other seat is for whoever comes first and they
Correct.
get it.
Correct.
But let's not get mixed up with equity, affirmative action, and reservations.
Well said. Final word
And
from you,
let's not
Barka.
bring patriarchy also here, because patriarchy is harming more men. It is harming more. And let's come back to the topic. A young, exhausted man, why is he expected to stand by a able-bodied woman? What is
Yeah,
the problem?
and that's precise. We were
Why-
unanimously calling this out. That's not right. Shouldn't have happened. Not
Yeah.
necessary.
And when he is a man, respect is always there for everyone. It should be for everyone. It should not be demanded.
Okay.
Neither it should be only from the man's side. It can. Have you ever seen? I've never seen a woman getting up for some man.
Hey, that's not
I've
true.
traveled so
All
many times.
when there are people, elderly women often give
I'm
way.
talking about a young man. Elderly also, they keep on asking, Beta, can I sit?
Giving up a
I'm
seat
very
for a
tired."
young man, I don't know if that reverse engineering we are prepared for yet, Brinda.
No, I don't think we are prepared for it just now, and I don't think we should even subscribe or advocate for it. But let us say this, that simple courtesy and his right to sit in a seat which is not reserved is to be respected. Very simple about it.
That's
no
it.
demanding and no throwing your weight around over there that I'm a
But
woman, now
here-
give me that seat.
but here
because
if a
that
man
woman is
refuses,
behaving like another
it's rude.
patriarchal man.
Okay.
But
You know,
Brinda,
I'm
here
apologetic
if
to
a
both
man
of you.
refuses-
Very short on time, but we've had a lovely take from both your ends. Yeah, Barka?
Just if a man refuses, he's very rude. But if a woman refuses, she's progressive, she's empowered. So these are the hypocrisy which I wanted to call
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Exactly, I've been seeing all
Don't
this.
go there. If a woman is aggressive as a leader, then you will call her aggressive and domineering. But if a man is aggressive,
I'm
then he's a
calling
strict
her
and
that,
good
but
leader.
right
So let's
now
not
I
I'm
love
go
this.
there.
calling out.
Let's
This
only
is
address
excellent.
what's
You know,
right.
we've got both
Because
versions,
it's
and I think the one thing that we stand on common ground is that this was not needed. I think we just need to respect the space of a person, and if
Exactly.
there's a polite request made that you're not feeling too good, can I have your seat? I think man or woman, irrespective of the gender, you comply. Thank you very much, both of you.